Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. I win more money than anyone on YouTube. You can check the receipts. Make sure you hit the subscribe, hit the like button. We're on to the week 14 over under Vegas spread picks. I'm going to go in reverse order this time. First game, we got the Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns. Over under is 46.5. I got this going under, and we have to understand what time of year it is. It's December 10th. It's December 9th. You know what that means. It's playoff football, and this is going to be a playoff type game. Possessions will be at a premium. I think both of these offenses will control the ball, and I think we'll see good defense. We'll see this Browns defense step up, but also we're going to see this Ravens team step up and be extremely physical. I don't think there's going to be a lot of passes in this game. I don't think this is a game, if you like playing Madden or seeing 50 to 60 college football games, I don't think you want to watch this. This is going to be a physical, tough football game. That's why I'm going under. Next game, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Buffalo Bills. The over-under is 45. Money, money, money. Money. Listen, this is going to go over because this Buffalo offense, they show up every game. And listen, I was questioning it at the beginning. They go a lot of 3-4 wide receiver sets. They spread it out in the shotgun all game. But that is the way you want to attack this Pittsburgh defense. And then let's go to Big Ben's side of the football. The Steelers offense, it's above average, but I think they could be better. And I think we're going to see a great performance from the Pittsburgh offense. Yes, the Bills defense is playing better. We know that, especially they got Milano back. They got Edwards at linebacker. They're really nasty in the nickel. But I still think Big Ben will be able to make things happen, and Pittsburgh will have the run game against the Bills front seven. That's why I'm going over and making a money pick. Next game, we got the Washington football team at the San Francisco 49ers. The over-under is 43.5. I'm going under here, and I think there's going to be a lot of running the football. I think that's the main feature and characteristic of this game. And for me, when I did my calculations, it came out 23-20, 20-17. So it is going to be an under, but it's not one to make a money pick. It's not one to write home about because both of these teams are very unpredictable. We don't know what we're going to see from the 49ers offense with Mullins. Also, we don't know what we're going to see out of Alex Smith. We've been seeing good things, but we have to keep in perspective that he only has one legit receiving target, and that's not enough to do big things against a good San Francisco defense. Next game, we got the New Orleans Saints at the Philadelphia Eagles. The over-under is 44.5, and I got this going over, and I know the Saints fans are going to be commenting, our defense is great, our defense is awesome. Well, that's all well and good, but Jalen Hurts is going to add something, and I think Jalen Hurts adds a lot to this offense, not because of his skill set. He does bring a different type of skill set, but I think this frees up Doug Peterson because they cannot pass block, and the Eagles need to run the rock, and Jalen Hurts is that initiative. They're going to run the rock. They're going to stay in rhythm, and I think they'll hit a few big plays down the field, believe it or not, what hurts his arm. And then you look at the Saints offense against the Philly defense. I think the Saints will be able to put up their points. I don't see the Philadelphia defense stopping the Saints offense, but we have to remember this 44.5 is really, really low. That's why I like the over. Next game, we got the Atlanta Falcons at the LA Chargers. The over-under is 48.5. I got this going over. And, you know, we're seeing the Atlanta defense play better, and we saw Herbert play pretty bad last week against New England. But Raheem Morris is no Bill Belichick. The hoodie is not coming out this game to coach against Herbert. And then also, the Falcons, the thing that bothers me most about the Falcons is the combination of pass rush and secondary. And that's something you need if you want to shut down Herbert. I don't think there's going to be enough pass rush. So I think Herbert's going to feel more comfortable, and I think he's going to do his thing. And then this Chargers defense has really disappointed us all year. They really haven't reached the heights. Now, there's always a danger Atlanta will stall in the red zone, but I think they'll be able to put up a few touchdowns. I think Atlanta will get like 24 this game. I could see this being like a 27-24 type game. Back to over. Next game, we got the New York Jets at the Seattle Seahawks, over under 47. And I'm going under because I don't know if the Jets are going to be able to dance. You need a dance partner if you want to go over in this league. I think the Seahawks put up 30, but how much do you guys think the Jets are going to put up? How much do you think they have left after last week's heartbreaking loss? And firing Greg Williams doesn't solve anything. I think the main problem with the Jets this year is their offense, and I think that's going to continue. We know Seattle has the worst defense in football outside of Dallas. You can pick or choose which one's worse. But the Seattle defense is garbage, but it doesn't mean the Jets offense is going to come in and play well. And then we need to remember, last week, Seattle took a big L against a Giants team with Colt McCoy starting. They're going to be motivated. I think this defense comes out and plays well again, like they did against the Giants. This one's going under. Next game, we got the Indianapolis Colts at the Las Vegas Raiders. The over-under is 52. Money, 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 money. And everyone's going to say, Lawson, you're crazy. Every Colts game goes over. I know that. I've been watching the games, and a lot of the Raiders games go over too, but I think this is a playoff type atmosphere, and I think it's going to be completely different because everything's on the line. Both teams like to run the football. Both teams are pretty damn physical, and I don't think Phillip Rivers is going to go off this game. I think Derek Carr has the better game than Rivers, but I don't think either light it up or make high-octane plays. I think this is a game that's played in the trenches, and that's why I'm going under. We have to look at the situation of the game. Yes, we can analyze the teams. Yes, you can spread out this Colts defense. Yes, this Raiders defense has a few problems, but I don't think we're going to see a high-scoring game. I think this is going to be a very, very competitive football game. Go with the under. Next game, we got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Miami. The over-under is 49. When it's a Chiefs game, what do we do? What do we do? What do? We bet over. It's that simple, and I'm not saying it's a money pick or anything like that, and we can break down the X's and O's. We can break down the science of this matchup, but at the end of the day, when you see the Chiefs in an over-under, you should bet the over. You should bet the over, and I think Miami's offense will do some things. I'm not a Tua believer, but they have built a different type of playbook set for him, and it's starting to work a little bit better. I'm going to go over. Next game, we got the Minnesota Vikings, my Minnesota Vikings, at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The over-under is 52. I'm going over here because Minnesota can't rush the passer. I'm pretty sure Eric Kendricks isn't going to play, and it's time Brady steps up. It's time this Tampa Bay offense starts lighting up the scoreboard. And this Minnesota offense, they haven't looked good the last 2 weeks, but they still put up points, and they still have Dalvin Cook. And then you look at Kirk Cousins, it's a mixed bag. There'll be a quarter where he looks like he's Montana. Then there'll be a quarter where he looks like he's Teddy Bridgewater and he can't get out of his own way. That's just what you're going to get with Kirk Cousins. But it's more about who's surrounding Kirk Cousins. You got Thielen, you got Justin Jefferson. I think Justin Jefferson's been one of the best rookies in the league this year. And you got Dalvin Cook. I think Tampa Bay will try to stop Dalvin Cook. I think they'll put 8-9 men in the box, but I think Justin Jefferson will get a few big plays down the field. This will push towards over. I'm not sure Minnesota will be very, very close in this game, but I think they'll put up points, and we know Brady's going to put up points. Next game, we got the Denver Broncos at the Carolina Panthers. The over-under is 47. I'm going under here. I like the Panthers offense, but I think this Denver defense, I think they're playing hard. I think they're playing disciplined. I think Fangio will have them ready to go. But the main calculation why I got this going under is I don't like the way this Denver offense travels. The run game doesn't follow. And if Drew Lock doesn't have the run game, he just doesn't have enough help to make things happen. And we know Carolina doesn't have the best personnel on defense. But show me a team that's playing harder minute per minute in this league than the Carolina Panthers. I've only watched 5 or 6 of their games this year, but every minute I've watched, I've just seen full effort, full force, and I think that's enough to keep this under. Next game, we got the Houston Texans at the Chicago Bears. The over-under is 44.5. I'm going under here, but let's be honest, I have no idea because this Chicago defense, they're doing the same thing I do. They're on Booking.com. They're looking for the vacation that they're going on once this dreadful season for the Bears finally ends. And I don't know how focused they are. I don't know how game they are for this. I'm going to go under also because I think this Texans defense, I don't think Chicago exploits the Texans defense. To exploit the Texans defense, you have to spread them out and you have to throw deep balls. That's just something that isn't in the Chicago forte. When Nick Foles is there, yeah, they threw deep, and that's why they won some games earlier in the year, but they're not going to be able to do that against Houston this week. I'm going under. Next game, we got the Arizona Cardinals at the New York Giants. The over-under is 45. Money, 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 money. I got this going over, but it's contingent on Daniel Jones starting. I would not send you out to battle or send you out to the woods with this bat with Colt McCoy starting. I think that would be suicide, and you might as well just throw your money in the street and just give it to some homeless guy. That's my feeling on it. But if Daniel Jones plays, I think there's some things that can happen against this Arizona defense. Without Chandler Jones, Arizona has to blitz to manufacture a pass rush. Yes, that means Daniel Jones will make a mistake or two, but also he'll put up his 275 and he'll be able to cook. Also, this Giants defense has played really good this year, but I think Arizona has a good scheme to work against that. Arizona likes throwing a lot of short passes, and the Giants don't have a good nickel. They don't have good linebackers that flow to the football. That's where I think Arizona gets their yards and their points. I'm going over here. 45 is awful low. Maybe that's because Vegas thinks Colt McCoy starting. Let's see how that line moves. Next game, we got the Dallas Cowboys at the Cincinnati Bengals, over under 42.5. I'm going over here, and I think Brandon Allen has a good game. I think it's that simple. I think he comes out. I think he has a good game. A lot of you guys are talking about, oh, you aren't afraid of this game? Dalton's going to come back, and he's got a grudge against the Bengals. I don't know, man. I'm not thinking like that. I don't think Andy Dalton has a grudge against the Cincinnati Bengals. I think the Dallas offense will do what they do every game. They'll put up 14 points in the first half, then they'll maybe put up 3 or 6 in the second half as they completely stall. But that will be enough to make this go over. But this over bets more about the Cincinnati offense against this just terrible Dallas defense. Next game, we got the Tennessee Titans at the Jacksonville Jaguars. The over-under is 54.5. I'm going under. This Jags defense, they're playing tough, and they're making plays. We saw them get 7 points last week against my Minnesota Vikings. They're going to stack this box, and they're going to make Tannehill throw it. But here's why it's going to go under. I think the Titans offense, they're powerful enough to put up 30-plus points. But here's why it goes under. I don't like the way this Jaguars offense will look, and Tennessee absolutely needs this game. This is Alamo. This is Last Stand. This is World War I when they're stuck in the trench. Whatever analogy you want to use, this Titans team needs to come out and perform well. I think the defense answers the bell because the weakness of this Tennessee team is play action. You throw it deep on this defense. Come on, Glennon or Minshew's not doing that. Stop. Next game, we got the Green Bay Packers at the Detroit Lions, over under 55.5. I got this going under. Yes, Aaron the Game Rodgers will be playing in a dome, but this Detroit team has new energy. They have new life. No Matt Patricia there. The Detroit offense, I think they'll play good, but I don't think they're going to go off the park. I don't think they're putting up over 27 or 25. I think they come in with a comfy 24 and 21, and I think this game's going to be a close game. I got this just going under, just barely. On the last game, Thursday Night Football, we got the New England Patriots at the Los Angeles Rams, over under 45.5. I actually had this as a push. I'm going to go under, but when I calculated it, the point total was at 45. That's how you know you don't want to bet it when you're thinking of the game, when you're analyzing it and you pick the score, then you see Vegas has the same score as you. Let's stay away from that one. Let's pick some other meat off the bone. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share the videos. Friday, 4:30 Eastern time, I will be live for our weekly call-in show where we talk about every game and analyze the line movement. Hit the like button, subscribe. The best gambling show on the internet.